right, with Leigh Hemsley. He's on the Nash Bait at the British Carp and Angling Show. And we're just going to go through a few little bits that he's doing. Firstly, how's the show been today? Is it going all right?
Yeah, this with it being the first one of the Norfolk shows, and yeah, it's not turned out to be too bad a show. We wasn't sure what it was going to be like with it being the first one, but yeah, not too bad at all compared to what we do.
Jerry Harriman down there was telling me that there's been a football match on today. I don't know who's been playing, someone round here, and he said
Chelsea.
Yeah, and he said that it might be a bit quiet because of that.
That's right. I think that's why everybody's gone now and gone a bit quiet, sort of thing. But no, I mean the amount of shows that we do. I do the Fishery Road shows with Simon, and we do between 20 and 30 shows a year. So we get a good gauge of what, and this, yeah, it's not been a bad one. I'm expecting tomorrow to be busier.
What's the typical routine that you go through at these shows?
At these shows, well, I'm a bait consultant for Nash, so I don't really get involved in the rig side and the bits and bobs. I'm more on the bait side, and I mean, I've been carp fishing since the early 80s, so before you could buy all this lot, so I was used to hunting around the supermarket for all my bait and bait making stuff. So yeah, it's just I don't know whether it's the credit crunch and places, but the last 2 years more and more people have been asking about making their own baits. Normally we would just make this, people would take a few, but they were interested in the ready-made boilies, the dips and everything. Now it does seem to be, I'm making my own bait but I'm not getting it right. What am I doing wrong? So it is tending to go down that track of they want to know how to make their own boilies. They're not just looking at you making boilies.
So if people come to these shows and all the other shows that you do, you'll give them advice and show them how you go about making the bait and show how easy it is, really, because it is easy process. Yeah. You just got to make sure the right quantities is that.
Yeah, the main two things, it is quite easy making your own bait, because really you can make it out of anything. The two main criteria are not overloading the flavours and getting the consistency right. They're the two things. If you get the consistency wrong, you'll need to be Arnold Schwarzenegger to get it out the gun. And obviously if you get the flavour levels too high, doesn't matter if they're too low, a fish will still find it. Too high and they'll just go nowhere near it.
So what are you going through here today? You've got your little stove going away there, and then you've got some down here.
What we're doing at the minute, I've been making bait sort of thing through the day. I've made some earlier over there, and basically we show them how to do it, then we give it away. Right. And normally pick the kids, give them half a kilo of bait and bits. But now while it's quiet, I roll a few specials for people because they know I'm a bait consultant. Right. They'll come across and they'll go, I'm using that bait, but I want a little tweak, I want a little special.
A bit of tutti frutti.
Exactly, so one of my mates across on the Ultima stand, I roll his hook baits for him. I roll loads of hook baits for all our consultants. So he's asked me to do him some wafters. So I'm doing some Scopex squid wafters here, but basically just making them a little bit of white and everything in, so they look washed out, even though they're not washed out. Yeah. And these are wafters, which means, yeah, they'll just the weight of the hook will sink them. So the idea of that, we use the pop-up mix and the base mix for making the bottom boilies and mix it virtually 50-50, depending on the mix. Some mixes are heavier, so some it's like 2/3, 1/3, half and half and stuff like that. So I'm just doing him some wafters because it's been a little bit hit and a miss with the people. I made the paste earlier, wrapped it in a bit of cling film and put it under. Now it's gone quiet. I'm just rolling the last few up for him.
So in here you've got lots of different tubs of powder. What's in those?
Yeah, these are what Nash do now, because obviously we only do 4 in the top rod range. Right. We do the new monster squid that's just come out, Scopex squid red and the amber strawberry. But over the years, as we bring a new one out, we have to discontinue one of the old ones because we just haven't got the room to store and do everything. But because people have used that bait and caught, we still carry on with the flavours, so people can, although we've discontinued it, people can still make their own. So in here we've got the monster squid.
Yeah.
So that's the base mix of the new monster squid. And then you've got like the S mix. So that's the base of the Scopex squid and the Scopex squid red.
Right.
Then you've got the Mac one and the IC one.
Yeah.
So that's two of our old baits that we've discontinued.
Right.
But if you can still buy it and make your own.
If people liked it, like say they were really using it, yeah.
That's it.
So say I've come to the Carp show now, and I wanted to buy some of your boilies or some base mix or something.
Yeah.
What can I do it?
We don't sell anything actually on the Nash stand because we're one of the big manufacturers. We don't sell sort of thing on behalf of the traders and everything sort of thing. But yeah, you can just go. Most shops do stock it. Since the introduction of like the ready-made boilie, the base mix have gone down. So you can't readily walk into a shop. They'll keep a few little bits, but normally if it's a Nash bait, if stockist, if they've not got what you want, they can order it and they'll get it in within 48 hours. And then all the bags, they either come in the small tubs, 7.5 kilo tubs, 2.5 kilo tubs, or the 1 kilo bags. And the same with the flavours. You've got all your different additives, flavours, liquid additives. So some of just your out and out flavours like your strawberry, peach and everything. Then you've got things like your Carp Mino, your betaine, which are your sweeteners, your vitamins, your minerals and everything. And yeah, you can just go along. Most of them you can go on websites. All the Nash bottles of flavour will have 2 recipes on the side. So even if you wanted to just have a go, you say, oh, strawberry's my favourite bait. Go in, buy a bottle of strawberry flavour. It'll give you 2 recipes on the side, and then it'll tell you how much to use.
It'll tell you what you need. So you need a bit of base mix and
that's right.
Or anything.
Yeah, and even now, if you like one of our main baits, but you're one of these people that like to make their own bait, like the amber strawberry, you can go and you can buy the Amber Attractor base mix, and we now do in the big 250ml bottles the Amber Strawberry formula. But what that is, instead of buying 7 different bottles and doing 2ml, 5ml, 3ml, it's all in there for you. You shake it up, 21ml, in with your eggs, and that's it, job done. So we have made it easy because we know people out there.
It's like ready-made do-it-yourself boilies in a way.
Right.
Is that right?
Yeah. It's like the do-it-yourself. It's
DIY boilies.
Yeah. It's like a half and half kit, if you know what I mean.
So if you're going to a show and Nash, I'm sure they'll be there, and you want a few tips on maybe what kind of bait to use, or if you don't know what attractor or sweetener to use, head over to the Nash Bait stand, and I'm sure one of the guys will be more than happy to help out.
We're at all the shows this year. We do all the main carp shows, and we do the Nash Fishery Road shows as well. So there's about 12 or 15 of them about. And you can also read, I do a blog on ukcarpangler.com where I'm writing all about making bait, and I've done a bait making for beginners on the Nash website. So
it's a website to make a note of. Say that again.
It's on the Nash Tackle website. I've done my own blog and ukcarpangler.com.
Okay, there you go.